Hi everyone, lovely to have you join me again. Now last week we talked about our portions, so it's, if you like, how much we need to eat. This week I thought we'd talk about how we eat. And very much at the moment I've come across an awful lot on social media and everything else, things talking about mindfulness. Now we have discussed this before. Mindfulness originated obviously in Buddhist teachings. It's a meditation technique, but essentially it really is just living in the here and now, living in the present and enjoying the moment. And we can actually relate that to our eating as well as to our lives. So if you can be mindful in the way you live, wonderful. If you can eat mindfully, it really will help you to make the right decisions, to eat the right things. It makes you more aware of your body, all that sort of thing. Now, the two main techniques are literally slowing down and also no distractions. Sounds easy to say, but it's not always easy to do. But that way we'll be more aware of how we feel before we eat, why we're eating, that sort of thing. We'll actually become more attuned to our body. So we're perhaps beginning to identify different sensations, things like what's real hunger, what's comfort eating, what are cravings, when are we actually full? How do we know when we're full? Are we giving our bodies a chance to tell us that? By being mindful in the way that we eat and live, we actually then are more aware of, and we will listen to our body and the signals that it gives to us. Do we crave particular foods? Why do we crave particular foods? So let's take as an example, you feel like you're coming down with a bit of a cold. We can crave things like oranges, things that are rich in vitamin C. That's your body saying, I need more vitamin C, so please can you eat more? Or it could be that when you get a full-blown cold, you're absolutely streaming, pouring with cold, the last thing you're probably feeling like is dairy products. And that's your body saying, no, we can't cope with dairy products at the moment. That's not good for you when you've got a cold, and therefore we don't. So it really is worth thinking about these things, thinking and listening to our bodies all the time and the signals that our brain is trying to give to us. Recognize your triggers. What is it that triggers you? Is it hunger? Is it emotion? Is it perhaps you've just watched an advert on TV or a cookery program, something like that? It also becomes easier, the more you concentrate on mindfulness, to recognize how different foods will affect our mood and our energy. So, for example, you're craving a sweet snack, and you go for something like a chocolate bar or whatever, it doesn't have to be that, but anything at all. So a sweet snack, what will happen? If we're mindful about it, we'll know that we get that sudden lift, we get that sudden surge of energy, wonderful, but that doesn't last long, and it then dips right down, and you will be hungry again and wanting more of the same. On the other hand, if you eat something like a nut or a vegetable-based snack, that will keep you feeling fuller for longer. It will keep you more satisfied. You won't get those ups and downs of energy. Once you know that those are the things that are happening in your body and understand, you realize that knowledge is power, and the choices that we make should become a lot easier. So how do we go about it? What are the exercises? The first things, slow things down. Never eat when you're in a hurry. Don't throw food down. We need to, when we can, take time to sit, appreciate, and enjoy. Enjoy the silence. So if you are someone that is going to have to eat a meal on your own, don't be thinking, oh, I'm sitting eating a meal on my own. Enjoy that silence. Sit, really enjoy your food, set out the table beautifully, and think about what it tastes like, what it looks like, how you feel after eating it, or where you can, share your experience. There is nothing better for us than socializing, and we do that particularly well over meals. I know it's difficult at the moment but with COVID, but most of us now are socializing with somebody, and so long as you can socially distance, you should still be able to enjoy even just a small lunch or something like that. Ditch technology. This is the distractions, obviously. It's getting rid of your mobile phone or the television or even a radio or something like that. It could be worth putting your phone on Do Not Disturb because it's tempting. If the phone's ringing, it's very difficult for most of us to ignore it. So it really is worth getting rid of any kind of technology and distractions, even things like many people will sit and read a book or a newspaper or something while they're having a meal. Really, that's not good. It doesn't give the brain a chance to concentrate on the one thing it should, which is how much you're having to eat, what it's doing to you. Are you feeling full? Do you need more? All that kind of thing. Pause and listen to your body. Again, it's going back to taking your time, but listen. It does the body say to you, or your brain really, it's saying to you, no, I'm full now. I've had enough of that. Or I don't really like that. Or that doesn't taste quite right. If you've just shoveled it down, you've not given yourself to listen or to feel any of those sensations or hear those messages. Accept and embrace your choices. So if you do choose to have something that hitherto you've regarded as perhaps not that healthy, if not downright bad for you, if that's what you've chosen, don't eat it guiltily, don't throw it down, enjoy every single mouthful. You've made that choice, enjoy it. If you do take your time and enjoy it, you're less likely to crave something later on. But on the other hand, I would say don't go for those sort of choices all the time. And you can build a habit of becoming mindful. It is relatively easy to do, but it does take time. The benefits of eating mindfully. You're more in tune with your body, what it needs, what the signals are, what it's saying to you. Also, healthier choices are much easier once you can appreciate why you're doing what you're doing. Again, going back to that knowledge is power. It's perhaps going to be easier to refuse that chocolate bar or that packet of crisps or that extra drink if you know the effect that that's going to have on your body. It's easier to stick to diet changes. So if at the moment you're thinking, really, I need to make drastic changes, I've fallen into bad habits, I've got to do something, it will be easier if you are eating mindfully, taking your time, enjoying every mouthful, thinking about where it's from, how it looks, how it tastes, all that kind of thing. Try. It will actually benefit you long term. And ultimately, if you do this, you can build up a healthy relationship with food. Ultimately, what happens is that people have an unhealthy relationship. They regard food as bad, or I shouldn't, or I'm bad because I've eaten those particular foods. We should never regard food in that way. So we can enjoy our food, we can enjoy our lives. You will enjoy eating, and you will therefore make the right choices if you're eating and living mindfully. Enjoy the here and now, enjoy the present. It's all we've got. And hopefully I'll talk to you again soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.